Hey, hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It is another Sunday evening, and you guys know what that means. That means that you guys get to join me here in my home and on my show. This is the Transistor Radio Show with me, your host. I am Tiara Latrice. Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's been such a crazy week. Very, very busy, but I'm very fortunate for all the opportunities. So many great things coming up and happening, and I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. So how's everybody doing today? What's going on, guys? I just want to remind you guys that you are able to, throughout the whole duration of this live, you were able to communicate with us, talk to us. We have a comment section there, which is being monitored by my husband back there. So you're more than welcome to talk to us, ask questions, interact. That is what we want here. You guys are in the right place if you came to see today from the Emmy Award winning RuPaul's Drag Race. We have the one and only TheVixen will be joining us here in just a few moments, and I'm so excited. I had the pleasure of having a pre-show interview with her earlier this week, and I'm really excited to have her here. So I'm so glad you guys are coming. Hey, listen, let's get a crowd in here, guys. Share this video. If you're here now and you're watching, share this. Share it on Instagram, Twitter. Share this on Facebook. Share. And let's get some people in here to watch this because we've got TheVixen. Little old me sitting inside of my living room in my home, in my trailer home with my husband, is about to interview TheVixen, who's making waves across the world. I don't know about you guys, but for me, that's amazing. So let's get some people in here to watch this show. What do you think? So I'm not going to do any real TTs today, but I do want to, while we're getting people in here, like I said, share. Let me know that you guys are here. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments as well. But I'm not going to really get into any TTs today. However, we are going to talk just a little bit about the fact that Gina Duncan from the Florida Trans Equality, she's an amazing activist. She does a lot of great work around Central Florida and beyond. And I read an article earlier that she had posted, and the article was basically about the 5 transgendered women of color that had been murdered here in Florida. For those of you guys who don't know, I live near the Orlando area, and so I'm in Florida, and so 5 transgendered individuals have been murdered in the last month or so, right here in Florida, and none of those assailants have been caught. And I even question if any of them are being pursued, or if there's any leads, or if it's even something that is in pursuit. So I question that majorly. But that's something that I just wanted to talk about and just bring to your awareness that there's 5 here, just here. We're at 21 trans women this year that have been murdered reportedly. And 5 of those are here in Florida. I believe 2 is in Jacksonville. We just had the latest one was London Moore. She's down a little bit further. We had Sasha Garden here in Orlando, Florida, a couple of weeks ago. Antashay, and I can't remember, right off the top of my head, I can't think of the other name. But those individuals, so there's been 5 of them here in Florida that have been reported. And like I said, nothing's being done, and that's very, very, very bothersome. So I'm going to continue to bring awareness to that. I'm going to continue to bring attention to that. I'm going to continue to demand some answers for that, okay? For sure. So let's see, who's here? Hey, Cece, what's going on, baby? Hey, Vivian. So glad you guys are joining. So glad, so glad. Share this, ladies. Share this. Let's get some more people on here. In just a few minutes, we're going to be calling out to our special guest, and she'll be coming on. So get some people on here. Thanks, Cece. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate your continued support. Cece and Vivian, you guys are here every week, and I appreciate that. And as I grow, I continue to bring you guys along with me because I appreciate your support. So thank you so much for that. Let's see. So, like I said, it's been a busy week for me. Some of you guys know that I was shooting a TV series earlier this week for the OWN network, for the Oprah Winfrey Network. And that was an amazing opportunity, a great experience. And so I'm really excited about that. And then I also I'm in the process of auditioning for another project, and I'm not going to mention what that is right now, but stay tuned, you guys, because some great things are coming up. It's just been a really crazy busy week, but I'm not complaining whatsoever. I did hire on an assistant because things have gotten so crazy that I definitely need one, and I'm very grateful and appreciative that I do need one now. But I have an assistant now, so that's really exciting as well. So what are you guys doing? Talk to me. Tell me, what are you guys doing today? What was your week like? Anybody have anything exciting they want to talk about? What's up? What's going on with you guys? You guys are the viewers. You guys are watching. Thank you so much, Vivian. She said she shared. Thanks, Mama. So, yeah, but what have you guys been up to this week? It's been a pretty long week, like I said, for me, and I'm sure you guys have probably had pretty long weeks as well. So tell me, what's going on? Gardening, that sounds like a whole bunch of fun, CC. Come on, gardening fish. Come on, fish. Let me share this, you guys, on my page while I'm telling you guys to share. I'm going to share it on my page as well, that we are live right now. to get some people in, you know. Like I said, we've got an amazing special guest on today. It's, you know, not an opportunity that we get every day here at the Transistor Radio Show. So definitely excited about having her here. You got a request from me? Is it the last name Kelly? Because you know I got married, sis. So my last name is Kelly now, and I do have a new account under Kelly. Oh yeah, then that's me. That's me.
Mr. Kelly.
That's Mr. Kelly back there. So yeah, that's me, sis. It's okay to add me. But I appreciate you asking that because, you know, I've had just recently in the last week, I've had several of my friends send me messages, and then it's not them sending the messages. It's like some kind of bot or something has taken over their account. It's crazy, especially on Instagram. So watch that. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Let me see if I can, while we're talking about Instagram, but you have my phone.
I do.
While we're talking about Instagram, I'm going to see if I can get us live on Instagram as well, you guys. Because like I said, I want us to be able to see the show. There's no point of having it if we're not watching it, right? If there's not anybody watching it. But come on in just a few minutes, we're going to be welcoming the Vixen from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10 to the show. So come on in, share this, let your friends know that we're going to have the Vixen on here in just a couple moments. Let me get this set up on Instagram to get us does anybody know how to go live on Instagram? I don't think I ever have. Oh, there we go. It's the little TV at the top, right, guys? No, that's not it. Oh gosh, guys, this is embarrassing. I don't use. Hey, husband.
Yeah.
Can you put me live? I want to go live.
Do you remember the limitations?
For
you go and just hold your phone the whole time?
No, I'm going to put it right here, and then that way they can see the screen as well. My friend CC says she loves Star Wars. Oh, babe.
Started the live video.
Awesome. Hey guys on Instagram, I just wanted you guys to join in with us. We are live here. Say hi. We are live here on YouTube. You can tune in right now to YouTube, the Transistor Radio Show on YouTube, and you can join us for this current show that we're taping right now. We are live and in color. We are welcoming the Vixen from RuPaul's Season 10. RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10 is going to be here in just a few minutes, so I'm really excited about that. So join us on YouTube or watch right here. I'm going to set you guys up so you can watch, okay? Let me make sure that maybe I should go over here. Maybe I should go like there. There we go. Now you guys can watch along with us on the show. All right, so I'm not sure where everybody is. I've been promoting. But I mean, it is what it is. Regardless, the show will go on, and our guest will be coming on in just a moment. We do have the one and only Vixen from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 10 is coming on in just a moment. And as a matter of fact, let's go ahead and see if we can reach out to her and get her on. Ah, shucks. Give me one moment, you guys. One moment, one moment, one moment. Hey, Tara. What's going on, Bill? Let's see. I have to... Oh, guys, I'm going to come back here live. I have to end it for a second. But guys, while we're going through these technical things, while we're getting these things worked out, share. Like I said, let's give Vixen a warm welcome. I've done all the sharing and promoting I could, and so, but you know what? Those of you that are here will get to enjoy the interview. Okay, that's what I did not do. All right, so we're going to go on with the show. And go ahead with the show and get our special guest out here in just a moment. Hey, everybody. Hey, what's going on? What's going on? So in just a couple moments, we are reaching out now to our special guest. That is going to be TheVixen, is live here on the Transistor Radio Show. As a matter of fact, I am reaching out right now. Bear with me a moment, guys. Bear with me just a moment. Hey, Britton. What's going on, boo? I knew you wouldn't miss it. I knew you would not miss it. All right, guys. So we have sent out the invite, and we are waiting on our special guest to get here. Tonight, our special guest is now on the show today by way of Chicago. You know her from season 10 of the Emmy Award winning show RuPaul's Drag Race. When she's not touring the world with her Black Girls Magic crew or War on the Catwalk or her incredible activism, she's creating positive change in and around the TGLBQ communities. Her most recent initiative, and we're going to discuss it today, is called hashtag Kindr, Kindr, Grindr, Grindr, like the dating app. Kindrgrindr is her newest initiative, and it's a campaign that is designed to prevent and eliminate discrimination, hatred, and racism on apps like Grindr, Scruff, BGC, and so on and so forth. Let's take a look at this video, guys, and then I'm going to continue to try to get her on here, but I want you guys to take a look at this, a little bit of this project that she's working on, okay?
Exist, and I hope that you catch it and you die.
You're such a dirty, disgusting rat from Southeast Asia.
You look like you're on drugs. It's always my hair. I have a preference for light-skinned guys, BBC, no rice, whites only. You, your people, all of it. Get out of my country. Imagine if I was walking down the street and I saw a bunch of store signs that said, only these people, not you, only looking for this, none of this allowed in. It correlates kind of to that type of experience.
I have to admit that sometimes like some of the comments kind of haunted me in a sense. It's affect your process of thinking, how you function in life.
Racism is you thinking that like I'm not going to be smarter than you when you first meet me, or when Black people are articulate and other people go, oh, you're so well spoken. Like that's the kind of stuff that bothers me, and that's the kind of stuff that I feel like needs to be addressed. I think the racism that's not overt but that's covert is the main problem.
I started to sort of like take on like, oh, is there something wrong with me? Like, is there something about myself that I should be ashamed of when I'm interacting with these guys? Like, it just sort of like opened my eyes to a hierarchy that I wasn't sort of participating in before. It's just crazy how something that's happening on an app can kind of take you to the real world and you're kind of affected by it. I couldn't wrap my brain around how someone thought that language was okay. It can really consume you. You just start to wake up in the morning and look in the mirror and count all the reasons that nobody's going to love you. This is wrong to say these things to somebody. You also thought this was okay to say to somebody. You could have just stayed quiet. Let's just say you say no black people, no fat people on your profile. You genuinely believe that. So let's just say you have to interact with them at your job. You're probably not going to treat them as well. You're probably not going to give them the right customer service that they should probably get. So yeah, no, it's just Grindr. Just because I'm black and just because I'm tall and thin and gorgeous doesn't mean that you're going to get the top experience of your life. You might, if you play your cards right. If you don't put no Asians in your profile, that doesn't mean you have to fuck Asians now. It just means that I don't have to see it. Why do you think that's okay? How do you go about your day with your account like this? Everyone sees it. That 15-year-old gay self, what would you have said to that person? Try to visualize that person because they're still in there. You don't know what the person on the other side of the phone is going through. You have no idea what their experience is or what else they have going on and what that comment might do to them. I don't request to be seen as human. I demand to be seen as human. And I think that every single person needs to do that same thing. It is not racist to not be attracted to me personally. I mean, it's shocking, quite honestly. But for you to say, like, I know what every Asian guy looks like, and I know for a fact that I would not be attracted to any of them, like, that comes from a racist place because you don't know what we all look like. That's ugly. When did we get to a place as a marginalized community where we're starting all this infighting with each other? Because where's that going to get us? We have only so much space, like, in our profiles to, like, get across whatever the fuck we want to get across to all the other guys on this app. And you're going to take space to narrow it by what you don't want rather than what you do want. Just tell me what you do like. If you tell me that you like the fucking Jonas Brothers, I'm gonna know I'm not for you.
Regardless of what battle that you're going through, you don't need to break other people to make you feel good. You don't have to hurt other people just to make you feel uplifted.
Remember that there's actually a person on the other end of this interaction. Today we're doing something that's about getting people to treat each other better. But I think we also have to learn to love ourselves. If you want to be whatever you want to be, and that makes you feel sexy, that's what you should be doing.
If you are feeling put down for just being yourself, it's probably the other person's issue. It's probably something that they haven't worked out.
You will find multiple people in your lifetime who think you're enough and then some. But in that moment, as you're staring at that screen, at that person who has really hurt your feelings, move forward, be yourself. Don't let someone tell you who you are. You know who you are.
That's awesome.
Go back to Mexico.
I can't wait
People like you are the reason
to talk more with her. Guys, we're trying to get her in here. We're just having a little bit of technical issue, but we're working on it. So hang out, deal with or chill with us for a couple moments while we deal with this. Give me just a moment, okay? Okay. I'm gonna try something else here, guys. Give me just a moment. Here, babe. I'm gonna send you this.
Yeah.
Can you text it to her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She says I'm here. Then how do I? Hey, hello? Just a moment, guys. I do apologize. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. She's supposed to be here.
Make the link.
Oh, she's here now. Okay. Yeah, she's there. Awesome, guys. There we go.
Hi.
Hey, love.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
Good. I was like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Yeah. I've never done it before, so I didn't know where to find it on my Google.
Yeah, no worries. I'm glad that we got it taken care of. So I've already introduced everybody to you. Of course, everybody knows who you are, and that's the reason why most people are going to be here tonight. Tell us a little bit about who you are, though.
I am a 27-year-old drag performer from Chicago, Illinois, who was recently on RuPaul's Drag Race as the Vixen.
Awesome. Fantastic. Now, of course, like I said, everyone knows you as the fierce, quick-tongued, take no shit girl, you know, from season 10. So how much of that is edited and how much of that is really the Vixen?
Oh, I think the show, it shows things that happen. Like, they can't make something happen that didn't happen, you know? So it's not what's edited in, it's what's edited out. You know what I mean? So a lot of the times you see my reactions, but you don't see what I'm reacting to. So then you might think that I'm being unreasonable, but you weren't there the whole day. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. And so and of course, like I think I've always assumed that because I've always whenever I watch those shows, I'm like, how much of this is like, you know, like you said, edited out, edited in. And you were definitely one of those cases that I was like, I highly doubt that the person they're making her out to be is who she is. And that's why I was so anxious and excited to get you here today. So, you know, welcome again. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Your makeup is stunning, by the way.
Oh, thanks, boo.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about life after the show. Like, what has life been like after RuPaul's Drag Race for you?
It's pretty cool. I mean, the magic about the show is that your life everything that you were doing the year before, it just multiplies. So I work twice as often for twice as much. So, yeah.
That is really awesome, and I'm glad to hear that. What made you decide to even like audition? How did that happen?
Oh, you know, I've been auditioning for 4 years, and it's just, you know, Drag Race is that end all be all. It's like once you feel like you've reached a certain place in your hometown and you're ready to branch out, you know, Drag Race is a great way to get to that level where you can travel and you can like work in the bigger arenas.
Absolutely. And I know you do a lot of traveling. I know you have the Black Girl Magic initiative. Let's talk a little bit about that. Now, babe, you know that you are stirring the pots and you are starting those hard conversations and holding them and holding people accountable to those conversations. And I think that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. So tell me, how did you get started with Black Girl Magic?
So Black Girl Magic started in Chicago because there were so many Black queens working at the time, but we weren't working together. And so it was that thing where, you know, like they would only have one Black queen on the cast each night, even though there was plenty of us to choose from and more than enough reason to have more than one of us. So we started having shows together on purpose. And then I pitched this show to a club where 4 queens did like extended long performances, and the queens at the top of my list were all just happened to be Black. And so we ended up being able to call it Black Girl Magic because everyone was available, which rarely happens either.
Right.
And so it was a big deal because it was one of the first times in Chicago, especially, where Black queens of color were together on purpose to do something big. So it was a big moment, and we turned it into a monthly show, and now we're going to start taking it on the road. So it's really cool.
It's been awesome to watch it grow. Like, I was so interested in it when you first spoke about it on the show, and then like, or I think it was afterwards. And so I started researching and started looking into it, and I have to see it. I cannot wait till you guys start traveling. I have got to see it. It looks amazing. As a matter of fact, really quick, I wanted to show a little small clip that I found online to some of the viewers who may not have seen it yet.
Oh, cool.
To change that vibe, cause you struggle to honest. But they can guys, remember your guys. Look at your complexion, your this is a projection of the depths of the world. Sing with me, Black little girls. get a black girl. Niggas don't understand. My energy is problematic. When I have myself in my hands, my piece of stuff that I like her. It's more than just a song. I'm not a stranger to the world. Hide away, you say, just remember what your broken parts. I'm going to be ashamed of what was not. Hide away, you say, I'm gonna love you as you are. But only then breaking down the dirt. I know that there's life for myself. I love you.
Yeah. I live. I cannot wait to see it. That's a long clip, so I'm not going to play it. Spoil everything. But that was awesome, and I can't wait to see that live.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Like you're so energized and like you've got something going there, girl, and that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
So who all is in the show as of right now?
It's whoever is available at the time. You know what I mean? Because I want to have everybody I possibly can. So whenever we have dates, I just ring the horn and get as many girls on as I can. Because it's like a Sunday dinner. You want to get everybody in the room. You know?
Of course. Absolutely. That's really awesome. And your feedback has been great, I'm sure.
It's a really great show to be a part of, but it's a really great show to attend. Like the energy in the room at Black Girl Magic is so cool because everybody knows that they're there to support you, and it makes them feel good for even buying a ticket. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So it's a great energy. Yeah.
So now I want to talk about, since we're talking about Black Girl Magic, and I know that you're like me very much so when it comes to your passion about racism and things of that sort. And now we know that racism is a huge problem, of course, and it hasn't just started to come back. You know, we know that it's been underlying dormant issue for a very long time. For as long as I can remember, you know?
Yeah.
So while researching earlier this week, I came across something that kind of blew me away. And like, it was some of your haters, of course. They were calling you a racist because of your activism. And trust me, I can relate to that because I'm called one at least once a day. And I'm married to a white man, for God's sake. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But I think that people think that pro-black means that you're racist. And that's not the case at all. That just means that I'm pro-black, and we all should be that. And so I really appreciate that about you. What would you have to say to those haters that were calling you a racist?
Absolutely nothing, because those people are so willfully ignorant that it doesn't matter what you say. They want to be ignorant. They don't want to learn from anything. They want to be in that bubble, and let them stay in that bubble as long as they want. And when they realize how lonely it is in a world where you can't love everybody, then they'll come around. But I have nothing to say to those type of people.
Absolutely. What's crazy is I was hoping that was the exact answer. So that's awesome. That's really cool. So now the latest endeavor, let's talk about that. I think this is really, really cool. When you and I discussed it earlier this week, I went and of course I started digging and doing some research. Oh my God, what an awesome, awesome initiative. I remember when I was a boy and I was living as a boy and I would go on those sites, and I've always been a dark-skinned big person, you know?
Yeah.
So it was like no fats, no femmes, and I've always been a woman. I just didn't,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I like seeing this, and even now, I know that a lot of my sisters that are still in the dating scene and going through that, a lot of my trans sisters receive that on cisgendered sites, you know?
Yeah.
Hatred and stuff. So this initiative is definitely needed right now. Tell us about it. Tell us about this.
Yeah. So this is the Grindr Kinder initiative that I'm a part of. And what it is Grindr is taking action against the kind of sexual racism culture that goes on, but not just that, taking a stance against discrimination that happens on their site completely. And, you know, I think it's one of the first times that I've ever seen a company say, we don't stand for the culture that's coming out of our product. And so I think it's so amazing that they are not taking responsibility, but taking action against something that they're not aligned with and they don't want their company to become, is like so cool.
Right. Absolutely. That definitely speaks volumes about the company as a whole. And I hope that this initiative helps people to kind of catch on,
Yeah.
Just being kinder. It's all about being kinder in everything we do. Like in some of our dressing rooms, we can be kinder,
Right. Yeah.
In all of our spaces, we can definitely be kinder. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, this was a question from from someone sent me a message earlier this week, and they wanted to know, what's the craziest experience that you've ever had during a live performance?
Oh, so in London, there is a show called Gay Porn Idol. And I thought it was going to be a contest between porn stars.
Okay.
Cool. I was like, okay, excited. Can't wait to go, right? It turned out to be a competition where they pull people from the audience to get naked and striptease in front of everyone.
Oh.
But you never know what you're going to get. So we had guys, we had girls, we had people of all races, all different shapes and sizes getting up there, getting naked. One guy was a gymnast, so he's just bouncing around naked as hell. This beautiful girl got up and she ended up winning, but just voluptuous, like big curly hair, just gave us everything that we wanted and like got naked and was so confident, and it was amazing. But yeah, that was definitely one where I was like, I am not living a regular life anymore.
Right. Absolutely, absolutely. So like what's next for you? What do you have? Any plans that you want to tell us about, or?
I guess I could hint at that I'm doing I'm working on music. I've always been like kind of like putting little stuff out one at a time, but there's some bigger I'm gonna definitely be putting out another song soon, and hopefully an album by the end of the year. So stay tuned.
Awesome. So I'm gonna get ready to let you go here because we only had you for a little bit of time, and I know you're really busy and you're getting ready for. You guys are doing is it Walk the Catwalk?
War on the Catwalk right now. Yeah. Yeah, this is my last day off and I go back to tour, so it's gonna be fun.
That's awesome. I read earlier you posted on one of your social medias that you missed touring and you're glad you're getting to go back, right?
Yeah, it's addictive being able to be on stage every night. It's so fun. It's really fun. Yeah.
Let me check and see if any of our guests any of our viewers have any questions for you.
Okay.
I don't see any yet, but I do see that Michaela Soul says congratulations, and I'm assuming she means on all of the endeavors that you have going on.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Michaela. Yeah, and everybody should be getting ready to come to DragCon because it's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. DragCon is September 29th, 30th, and 31st, I believe. Something around that weekend, if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm doing a booth. I'll be there. I'm hosting a Thursday night kickoff party at House of Yes called Queen. It's a Chicago party that's taking over Brooklyn, so it's gonna be really crazy. And then me, Blair, and Miss Cracker are doing a panel, so that's gonna be really cool.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's a full weekend. It's gonna be a full weekend, and Sunday I'm performing at one of the runways at DragCon for their Get Out the Vote stage. So that's going to be really fun.
Nice. That was the last thing I was going to talk to you about is voting. Yeah. I saw a post that you posted earlier and I was like, yes. And you were talking about the importance of our community. I think it was in the Advocate you did a...
Yeah.
And you were talking about our community and the importance of our community getting out and voting and how we're failing there.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that for a moment?
Absolutely. I think it's just, it's always important for us to, make sure that we're being aware of who our candidates are, who is for us and who is against us, especially now more than ever. And I, you know, it's just so important. It's hard for me to really get involved with politics the way that I would want to because I hate watching the news. I can't, like, it's just too much and it's not enough. And so I try not to get too wrapped up in stuff that I can't control. But if I know that I can make a difference, I'm definitely going to do so. And the best way to do that is to vote. So I hope everybody's getting out there and doing their part.
Absolutely. That's so important. Like midterms are just a couple of weeks away, a few weeks away. And it's definitely important. I know here in Florida, man, we definitely need to get out and do what we got to do.
Yeah, and there's a lot of good candidates coming up. There's a lot of trans candidates out there, Black candidates. You know, there are people who look like us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, one of the I had him on a couple of weeks ago. One of the gentlemen running for sheriff is a member of the LGBTQ community.
That's so awesome.
That's awesome. You know, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. And listen, if you ever have something coming up, anything you want to come back and talk to us about, we are always welcoming you here.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
For sure, for sure. Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
No. I'll see you guys at DragCon, I hope. Bye-bye.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. You can end your call whenever you're ready, hon.
Okay, thank you, baby.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Oh, Michaela, I just saw your question. Chicago is such a dangerous place. What is it like being LGBTQ and Black there? Oh my gosh, Michaela, that was such a great question too. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But what we'll do is I will reach out to her with that question, and then I'll get you the answer to that question personally for you, okay? Gosh, I'm so sorry about that. We had a limited time with her. We were so appreciative of the time that we were able to get, but you know, like she's a very busy individual right now. So our time with her was not very great, but I hope you guys enjoyed what we were able to get in with her today. That was such an amazing experience. She's such a sweet person. I actually, and I want to tell this story about her because I need people to know how much of a sweet person she really is. The way that I ended up getting this interview was I was at Parliament House one night. I had just gone out on a whim on a Tuesday night, and I hadn't been out in a very long time, and she was in town for a concert. And my nephew, Kirk, has known her for years. And so he actually was the one who was like, oh, yeah, you want to meet her? And like, I was like, of course I want to meet her. And so he introduced us. And like probably 2 seconds into us meeting, I was like, okay, listen, I have this show and I really want to have you on the show. And she was probably like, but instead she was like, oh yeah? She's like, when were you looking for? And immediately she pulled out her phone and went through her calendar and found a date, and we made a date there in the bar that same day for her to be here on the show. So she's a very kind-hearted, very generous, very genuine person. And I know that there are people who have their opinions about her, but I think that those opinions are often wrong, as is the case in many situations. But as you guys know, like she was talking about, she has the new initiative, Kindrgrindr. That's hashtag KINDRGRINDR, Kindrgrindr. Also, she will be touring with her Black Girl Magic show. I cannot wait to see that. You guys saw a little clip of that just a little while ago. And keep an eye out for her album, which will be coming out sometime soon. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that as well. As usual, I'm so appreciative of you guys that are viewing and that have chosen to come in and spend your Sunday evenings with us. This is probably one of our shorter shows, but that's okay. I'm tired anyways. But I do want to remind you guys that next week's show, we're here every Sunday, and we're going to be here every Sunday. Whether there's 3 of you guys watching, or 1 of you guys watching, or 20 of you guys watching, or 100 of you watching, we're going to be here every week. And so next week we have a really awesome show. It's the Trans Attracted show. And it's going to be featuring myself and my husband. My husband is going to be co-hosting that show with me. And we are going to be, we're going to also have Crystal LaBeija and her husband Jeremy will be on the show with us as well. We have Justina Parker, who is married to a trans man, and she herself identifies as a lesbian. We have a gentleman coming on named Eric. Eric is a really good friend of mine. Eric is a cisgendered male who has a child and is in a relationship with a cisgendered woman, but is extremely open to the idea of dating a trans woman because he feels that it's not about who she is, but I mean, about what she is or you know, what her genitalia is or what her whatever is, but instead it's about who she is. And I'm really excited to have him on because he's such an open-minded, progressive young man. We also are going to have my nephew Kirk Da Vinci is on the show, who happens to be a gay male who is attracted to trans men. And then we have, of course, Miss Talia Cassadine is going to be on the show. She is, you guys know her from being the CEO and founder of hashtag Say No to Silicone campaign, an amazing campaign with scholarships and all types of stuff. We're going to talk more about that when we have her on next week. And then we have another gentleman named Jimmy Bones, who is an openly admitted trans-attracted man. So it's going to be a really great, open, diverse show. Did I miss somebody? I feel like I missed somebody on that. If I did, I'm sorry. But it's going to be a great, open, diverse show. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Tell your friends to tune in, because this is one of those episodes that the knowledge that will be learned on this episode is something that can be utilized by many people. So make sure you guys are tuning in. Make sure you guys are sharing. Let your friends know. Those of you guys who are faithful to be here every week, I appreciate you guys so much. As soon as our sponsorship gets back up and running again, we're going to be doing some special promotions for you all, particularly those of you that are here every week and support us and watch us here. I don't know what more I can be doing for marketing and promoting, but whatever it is, we'll get there. I'm grateful for what we have here now. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in today. Let me check and see what you guys are saying before we get up out of here. She is amazing. She is she's a sweetheart, CC, definitely. And then following next week's show, also we have CC. I know you're going to really be interested in this one. We have Florida State Representative Carlos Smith is going to be here, and he's going to be discussing the importance of our vote and how our vote matters, and what it means for us to be able to, and the need for us to get out and vote. So he'll be here on October 7th talking about that as well. We've got shows lined up all the way into November, guys. Some amazing things are coming up. I have some big announcements that are coming up. Just stay tuned, stick around. I love you guys so very much, and I hope that I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. It was one of our shorter shows for sure, but that's okay. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I don't know what else to say. I'm trying to think if there was anything else on my script, and I don't see anything that I was supposed to say. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. All right. Bye, folks.